Hello, I'm Tony Baca, Senior Vice President of Safety at Berglund Construction Company. Here we are now in the midst of August, peak season on our jobs in the Midwest region of the country. A lot going on. We have 250 men working on supported and suspended scaffolds. And sometimes we have to ask ourselves this question: what is my emergency plan if something out of the ordinary happens on my job today? A lot of things can happen. We can have a suspended board halfway up a 40-story building go through a window, a cable snaps, it's hung on one side, our men are suspended on the side of a building. We could have a man collapse on the roof of a building with cardiac arrest. Are we prepared? Our insurance captive brought this up in a workshop recently and said, are we ever really prepared for a crisis situation on our projects? And the answer to that is probably no, because every job that we go to is a little bit different, and the site logistics are a little bit different. But there are some things in motion that we truly need to understand. Most of us running work for this company and on the office side have had first responder training with Berglund Construction Company, and we all understand that when we see something of magnitude in regard to a severe incident and property damage, a flood on a project per se, or an accident and a man is down, what do? Typically speaking, Fred Berglund and I need to be notified within 15 minutes. Our newest member to the team is Ed Bowen, our safety director that takes over in January full-time of 2023. He should be added in your phone. We need to know about these incidents, accidents, property damages within 15 minutes in case there's damage control that needs to happen. Our insurance captive asked us these three questions. Are we prepared? Are we vulnerable? And are we exposed? So ask yourself those three questions when you're looking at your project, and you should cover this with your crews. Whether you have 6 men on your crew, 8 men on your crew, 12 men on your crew, next to your OSHA poster on your wall should be your job assigned clinic. If we have a minor injury, everyone on that crew should know we have an assigned clinic, especially if our superintendents are out at meetings, in OAC meetings, out on vacation, and the number 2 man is in charge. Is any of this communicated to our number 2 man? And does our number 2 man know where your emergency package is and the fact that this yellow card needs to go to the assigned clinic with the injured individual? This has been a little bit of a failure in the past few years. We're batting at a little over 50% because, once again, when we have an injury and we're sending our guy to the clinic, it is a different scenario. It's a panic situation. And we're sending this guy with a potential driver, but we're not sending him with the yellow card. So now they don't know to call myself. They don't know how to call Carol Hall. And we're the ones that are going to be responding to the hospital. Here's the intent. We want to call the clinic before the injured party arrives so that we can talk with the clinic, maybe even talk with the doctor and say, John Doe is coming in and he lacerated 2 of his fingers. And let them know what they have coming as you walk in the door. So calling Tony Baca, Ed Bowen, Fred Berglund within 15 minutes, and then the chain. Contacting your general field superintendent, your project manager. Now, in some cases, we need to secure the work area. Caution tape it off in case an investigation has to happen. So there's a lot of wheels in motion that I can help coach as long as I know in a timely manner what has happened. And then once again, if it's a minor injury and the injured party doesn't want to go to the clinic, then in your emergency package and on Procore, there are accident forms to fill out. Simply state that John Doe does not want to go to the clinic on today's date at whatever time it happened. He doesn't want to go to the clinic, and then simply have him sign that form. And then I need to get that accident report. I would prefer getting that accident report the day the accident happens. Now, something to be cautious about. We all leave the job on a Friday afternoon. You show back up at the job at 6:45 on Monday morning, and you have a particular tradesperson walk up to you and say, hey, you know, on Friday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I tore my bicep, or I hurt my shoulder. That ain't gonna work. Our insurance company is really struggling with this when someone leaves a job on a Friday, comes back on a Monday after a nice long sunny weekend and says, I have an injury. So this is something that we really need to investigate quickly. So with all that being said, and I know I'm just touching on a lot of this, we do have a crisis management plan on the very first page of our safety manual. This is on C-Box. This is on the S drive, and if you don't have a hard copy of a safety manual, let me know, because I have new copies at my desk. But there's an awful lot that fills into a crisis situation, including, let's just say, like a flood or a high windstorm, and you need a response team to get your job back up in shape. That might be a call to our shop people, Chris Mites and Brennan Levin, to man up a vehicle and have a driver bring you a truck full of material you might need to contain a flood or a high wind damage to the properties. So with all that being said, let's use this on this Monday morning as a safety talk with our team about crisis situations. And please share with one another any type of a crisis situation that you may have been involved in throughout your careers. Let's have a safe day. Let's have a safe week. Thank you.